I want to recap. Last week we addressed the first love of affection. I challenge you to stretch yourselves in a way to have healthier affections for those about us and be able to relate to our family, to our friends, and even our neighbors with a newfound purpose and also in a renewed image of the Creator. My name's Jim Wallace. I'm on staff at Crossroads International Church right here in South Attleboro, Mass. And I just want to continue this series based on the C.S. Lewis book or radio broadcast of the Four Loves. And this week we're looking at friendship. Friendship is the love dismissed. C.S. Lewis stated that to the ancients, friendship seemed to be the happiest and most fully human of our loves, the crown of life and the school of virtue. The modern world, in comparison, ignores it. Now, as that thought was shared in the late 50s, can we make the leap that this is still relative to us in 2021? And even today, does this school of love and friendship get ignored, as C.S. Lewis just said? Perhaps we know it's the most time-consuming, the least celebrated, the one we could live without. Perhaps, too, as Lewis says, few value it because few experience it. Romance lends itself to conception. Affection enables us to have a sense of place and belonging, and charity belongs and provides a track to redemption. And yet friendship doesn't provide the same level of productivity if we want to state it in the consumer mindset, like C.S. Lewis is alluding to in his discussion on friendship in the Four Loves. However, Lewis thinks friendships like the close resemblance to heaven, where we will be intertwined in our relationships. We develop our kinship, as he says, over something in common that is longing for camaraderie that makes friendship all the more wanted. He went on to say this: friendship must be something, even if we're only in enthusiasm for dominoes or white mice. Those who have nothing can share nothing. Those who are going nowhere will have no fellow travelers. I'm not sure I even like the sound of that. I'm not sure if that distresses you, to have no fellow travelers. If you go on a trip and you go by yourself, it's kind of really, lacks the same effect, and it's kind of, dismissive. I went to Disneyland one year by myself while I was on travel, and I can assure you it didn't have the same effect as when I went to Disney World with my wife in 2020. And if you think about it, friends have begun with all kinds of things. They've begun with faith movements. They've developed entire areas of thought and contribute to many projects from art to business. And today we need to assert ourselves like a farmer who cultivates a group of fields to keep the harvest healthy and yielding. And it's the same in our friendships. With the love of friendships, our lives are without the love of friendships, our lives are like a styrofoam cup. Oh, there's a useful purpose for that cup, but in a season, that cup becomes bad for the environment, and so do we as we break down without friendships. Find a friend this week to invest in, and also allow them to invest back in you. Your life will be so much more rewarding as a result. And I appreciate you listening each and every Monday, and I hope you join me next week as we continue to the third love from the Four Loves by C.S. Lewis, the love of romantic. Thanks for listening. Blessings. God bless.